So once again, back with another one. The guy with the bucket hat. Manchester City. Blue is our city. All day. Every day. So what are we talking about here today? In my last video, I talked about Guardiola. What is Guardiola's plan? He has to make a decision when it comes to two players specifically, or two positions specifically. One of them I'm going to be talking about. The two positions where really, what is the decision that's going to be made on the right wing? Who's going to be playing that one consistently? Then we have the other midfielder position, ideally on the left hand side. Who's going to be playing that position consistently? We know the answer is Gundogan right now, but I'm asking the question today. Do we have a lack of box to box, true box to box midfielders right now in the team? How many box to box players do you think we have? What is box to box to you? Let me know. You guys are Manchester City fans. I need your feedback. This is what helps us grow. But as we talk about these things, feel free to throw questions at me because one thing I want to ask, who is our box to box player? Do we have enough? So the answer, in my opinion, is no. No, we do not have enough box to box players. Gundogan is the true box to box player that we have here at Manchester City. The only one. And the reason why I say that, and I know some of you guys are gonna be like, "Oh man, so you could put Gundogan, you could put Kevin, you could put Kevin over there, you could put De Bruyne over there. He's a box to box midfielder. He could play there." No, 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 no. He has a free role. That's just what he does. He occupies a midfielder's position and he has a free role. So get it out of your head. That's what he does all day, every day. So that's what he does. Yes, technically he can play a box to box role, but he would have a free role under Guardiola. If we got another manager, I would think of Pochettino or somebody else like that. You know, it'd never be an Allegri. It would never be like a Mourinho. It would never be a Simeone, you know. But if it was somebody else other than Guardiola, he gets in the Guardiola system as a free role midfielder. Pochettino's system, anybody else's system outside of those defensive guys is going to be in a free role. So just get him out your mind. That's what he does. We obviously know Rodri is taking up the CDM position. Who plays the other position? Right now, that box to box role is being played by Gundogan. Sometimes it's Bernardo Silva out there. Can Phil Foden play that position? I think he could play that position, but it would leave us vulnerable defensively, completely vulnerable. Put everything on Rodri. So we can't do that. So that's the reason why I'm taking him out the list. I'm sorry, Foden. You know I love you all day, but I like seeing you and De Bruyne link up. But there are games that I would rather see them two and then leave Rodri on his own. But most times, nah, that's not going to happen. So now we're talking about Bernardo, and we've seen Bernardo out there, and I do like Bernardo in that position. And Bernardo does work hard defensively, but he's not the David Silva. You know, you used to see David Silva just jumping around, but you know he had no chance of jumping and really getting the ball because we kind of short at that position. We've been short at that position as far as height. You know, nothing wrong with that. And you know, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody out there. I'm just saying that we have been a little bit small at that particular position for a long time now. But David Silva was somebody who was throwing their body in there. And I'm not saying that Bernardo does not throw his body in there. He definitely tries, and I do like him in that position. I do like him in that position, but is he a true box to box? What I mean box to box, and you know, I asked the question, what is a box to box player? A box to box would be like definition of play would be a Yaya Toure type. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know he can play, you know, CDM and the cam position, but if you really think about it, Yaya is like a pure box to box. You know, was Fernandinho's been a CDM for us for a long time. You know, was Fernando a box to box player? Probably more so because you would lean on him as an attacking position, you know, or he would play CDM by himself. Garrett Barry was more like CDM, you know. So we've had David Silva or somebody at that position, maybe like a Milner, but Milner played at damn near every position. I mean, the only positions I haven't seen the man play has to be center back and goalie, and I think Klopp should just let him play so that way he could just check off every position in his career. He might be the first player to ever do that. I think that's a brilliant idea the way to end his career. But needless to say, that's who we have. That's who a box to box player as far as like Yaya Toure. Maybe like I said, Fernando, Um, I just feel like we lack that position. Who else have we had? Or the person I'm really thinking about is think about a Blaise Matuidi, like a Matuidi type of player, right? Just up and down. A Thomas Partey, like, oh my God, let's just stop right there, right? I wanted Thomas Partey so bad. Maybe we should channel that for another debate because I really wanted him to play that box to box role. If you really look at our team, we are short a box to box player. Gundogan cannot do that by himself. Kevin, take him out of the picture. Yes, we like Bernardo there, but he's just not that for some reason. But I do like him there. I'd rather see him there than I would rather see Gundogan there. That's just me. But you know, and Phil Foden, it doesn't. It's not gonna always work with him and free rolling and Kevin De Bruyne. So it just doesn't work all the time. But the thing is, if we would have got a Thomas Partey right now, he would be so good for our team. Like him and Rodri, like would be really good. And some people might look at it defensively, but we're not asking him to be this outstanding other player. Like we're really not asking him to do all these other offensive things. So I like Bernardo there. But we didn't get Thomas Partey. Shout out to Arsenal, they got Thomas Partey. But the real talking point of this video, yes, it's about the midfielders. Yes, it's about the box to box. What about if there's a person out there that we would get at City? The question is, do you want this player? I know I want this player. What about if we can get Paul Pogba from United to join us? Okay, okay, okay. He's a United player. Let's not act like we haven't done this in the past. We have done this in the past. So, all right, let's just say he's a United player. Strike over here against him. According to some United fans, United see him, and we've seen him. You're a fan of football. You watch football, bro. Like, we City, and I don't follow their games, but I do watch some of their stuff. However I choose to watch it about. So I hear that everybody's talking about Paul Pogba was inconsistent. Time for him to go. All this other stuff, right? So, all right. So let's just say most 50-50. 50% of United fans love him. 50% of United fans say he's inconsistent. Nobody says that they hate him. We're not about that over here. So 50-50. People love him and hate him. So let's just put that in the, not so good category, along with the fact that he is a Manchester United player. But the other side of the equation for us is we have done transactions like this before. In the past, we have done it. It could be Tevez, it could be other players. I don't know everything, and maybe I'll do a series about that, my introduction into football. But we're not there today. But what about if we know he's talented? In my opinion, he's talented. You may say he's inconsistent, but he's talented. Check that in that category. The fact that we have done these deals before, check that in that category. The question is money. And this is going to be a part of another series when we talk about money in Manchester City spending habits and the players we've been spending money on. Are we winning in that situation? Are we losing money? But let's just stay here. How much do you think it would cost to get Paul Pogba at City? What last year they was like, bro, nah, bro, we paid 90 million. We want, at least 100 million. They seen that they not getting that, right? So they saw that they wasn't getting that. And, he's made comments about them, and I don't care about all of that. To tell you the truth, that's put that in neither box. I don't care about his problems and his issues with Manchester United, whether he want to stay there or not. We talking about what you take him at City. So, how much would you pay for him? How much do you think it's going to cost? Last year they wanted 90. Real Madrid wasn't going to give him 90. So now we about to go into this year. They saying he inconsistent. Inconsistent. Okay. He's made some statements, saying, Real Madrid is his dream. That may happen, that might not. But we do know that there's been some talking points, whether they were true or false, back in the day when Obviously, he killed us in that particular game, and they came back and won. I don't even want to talk about that, but we seen firsthand what this man can do. So the question is, they wanted 90 million, not getting 90 million. He going into this shit, they saying he inconsistent. So 50% of the people love him, 50% of the people hate him. I say that number is 60 million. 60 million. You as a Manchester City fan watching these videos, me as a Manchester City fan, the club, Guardiola take him. No question, bro. Guardiola take him all day. So $60 million or 60 million, probably pounds. Let's just go pounds. Definitely gonna be pounds. 60 million pounds to bring in Paul Pogba. Would you do that deal? The answer is yes. I would do that deal. I would do that deal in a second. I don't care about that whole United stuff. I don't care about what they talking about. He inconsistent, bro. I always said the perfect lineup in the Premier League that would no doubt would just drive us forward would be Kevin De Bruyne on one side, but he would have to play one free role or just one side. He's probably just gonna have to play that side. But imagine Kevin De Bruyne in that midfield position on the right hand side. Rodri, or imagine it was Fabinho or somebody like that. There was a point in time I wanted Conte. Like, I'm just bear with me, I'm dreaming. Like Conte, Fabinho in that other position, Rodri in that position, yeah. Right? So Paul Pogba in that other position on the right hand side. Who's stopping us? Who's stopping us? Who want what? None of them. None of them. So I don't care about what they say. They would tell you. They would tell you, bro, that they would take 60 million if another team, because granted he's inconsistent, he's going into 1 year about to be left on his deal, so obviously they're not going to get a whole bunch of money for him. 60 million is respectable. 60 million pounds is respectable for a United player who had 1 year left on his contract. He's Paul Pogba. So the question is if he's so inconsistent, and if Real Madrid gave them 60 mil, I guarantee you they would take it. I guarantee you they would take it. But I definitely think if we came knocking on that door last minute, like no planning, we're not talking about this in January, no planning, impromptu, once these inquiries happen with Real Madrid probably will come back and say, nah, we're probably not going to spend that money right now because United may say we want 70, 75. If it so lines up that they want 70, 75 for a player with 1 year left on his deal that might want to go there anyway, United just play their hands and be like, yeah, we just take a chance because they're willing to do that. What about we swoop in? So he's inconsistent. He'll go to Real Madrid. You're willing to accept probably like 70 mil, 60 mil. You're probably going to accept 60 mil if Real Madrid come knocking in. You United, bro, we came knocking for 60 million. First of all, I don't think they would do that deal. They would try to inflate it because it's us, right? But there might be a point in their brains to say, you know what, let's just offload Pogba and deal with that. So now he has City, bro. Bro, when it comes to that box-to-box position that I was talking about previously, would you take Paul Pogba in that other role, that true box-to-box role? But it's not like what they do in similar, with Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, and Matic. It's not that type of role where it's that 4-3 or 4-3-2-1 garbage or whatever. It's not that. It's not that type of garbage. We talk a 4-3-3. You line up with Kevin on the right, Rodri in the center for right now, and then you have Paul Pogba on the right for 60 million. Would you take him? Manchester City fans, let me know.